Hey friends, it's Michelle Worrell in the studio with you today. Welcome back. Excited to share this little project with you today. I'm going to go over some of the products that we're going to be using today. So we're going to be working with all of Dina Wakley media. We're going to be using black gesso, some acrylic paint. I chose Carnation and Raspberry. I've got a couple of white number 8 tags. I've also stamped a little sentiment. This one, I just pre-stamped it with black ink. This one is from Dina's stamp set called Moments. I've also got a set of Scribble Sticks, and I'm not going to use the whole set. I'm just going to pick out some of those warm colors. So this is kind of a monotoned or singular toned project, so you could very much go with warm colors or cool colors, kind of whatever your preference would be. I've got a couple of stencils there in some type of dotted variation. I think Mushy dots is the one I end up using. I've also got another masking stencil called Sprouts, and you just need a small piece, really just a scrap from that I would say is like a black and white. You could grab it from the collage paper pack or from some of the black and white letter transparencies. Either one would work. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is spread some black of gesso onto one of the number 8 tags. And really, the idea here is the grungier the better. So use whatever you have around to really sort of randomly scrape this gesso around. An old credit card would be great to do it with, even a piece of cardboard would be great with some rough edges on it. But you can see it's really just kind of supposed to have a grungy look to it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is take another number 8 tag, and we're going to apply some layers using the Scribble Sticks. So I'm using the warm colors out of this number 2 set, so like the cheddar, Sedona, fuchsia, using, I think those are maybe blushing. Yep, cheddar, Sedona, blushing, and fuchsia are the ones that I'm using out of the set. And I'm just, dipping, I'm applying the color over to that little acrylic block on the side, dipping my brush into the water, just applying randomly all over the tag. And, kind of, the colors are all mixing together too. So as I'm doing this, which really makes kind of a nice effect. And I'm also, of course, applying some of the Scribble Sticks just like directly to the tag. Some of it I'm applying through the stencil, the Mushy dot stencil there. So you get just a variety of color and pattern, and that's really the goal. And you can see up at the top there, I think I accidentally dragged some black gesso up there, and that's okay. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna worry about it. The goal is to have sort of this messy, grungy look to these flowers, a variety of color and pattern, which we're definitely achieving here. All right, so we're back to our black gesso tag, and what we want to do next is use the Sprout stencil to apply a couple layers of paint. So we're going to be using Carnation and Raspberry for the acrylic paint on this. Again, I mentioned this is like most of the colors in this project are similar in tone, so they're similar. They're all kind of pinks and reds, warm colors. You could definitely do it with cool colors as well. I think that would look really neat. So I'm just gonna dip my brush into the raspberry to start, and I'm gonna use this bottom portion of the stencil that has the leaves on it, and I'm just sort of lightly brushing the paint on to the tag through the opening in some stencils. And I love the way the paint and the gesso interact with each other. The gesso is dry here, but because there's I guess, well, of course, black gesso is so dark, it's going to still show through the paint a little bit on this first layer. Now, if I were to build that up a couple layers, you probably wouldn't be able to see that black gesso anymore. But with just kind of lightly painting it on, you can see the black shows through. And as we build some more layers on top of this, it's a really cool effect. So I do hit it with a dryer. you know, I would encourage you to try a mix of letting some of it maybe not fully dry, and because you'll get some cool blended effects with it as well. So, you know, I always say have fun with it and experiment, but I did dry some of the layers before moving on to another color. So the next color I'm going to dip into, I'm just repositioning the stencil. So, and take a look, I'm kind of offsetting the stencil. So you want to move it, you know, so that it's off to the side of where your first layer went down. So that's also part of the effect. So now I'm going in with Carnation. The stencil's a little bit set off to the left, and it really doesn't matter which way you go, but the point is to pick it up and lay it down a few times so that each layer is a little bit different, not lining up exactly with the previous layer that you've put down. So you can see me trying to keep my stencil clean, but it's a futile futile effort, I think. All right, so we've got raspberry, we've got carnation, doing a little bit of the heat dryer in between, kind of cleaning up the layer just a little bit. But you know me, I like things messy. And then I'm going to go back in and add a few more layers with using the same portion of the stencil. All right, and so I'm going to speed this up just a little bit for you, but you'll see I'm going to add a third and a fourth layer. Now, this third layer is a mixture. So I just took the two paint colors I was already working with, mixed it together a little bit to get kind of a middle tone of the two. So I think the variety is, again, going to be kind of a cool effect on the tag once we're done. I'm going to pull that up, get it dry, and I'm going to go down one more time with the stencil. So all total, I probably went, like I did 4 layers. But you could really do, you know, however many you like on here. But the goal was just to get, again, kind of this layered look on the tag, a lot of leaves, different colors, and again, you've got that black gesso showing through the layers, which is just a really cool effect. And again, so I'm going to dry it now. I got the heat dryer back out, and we're going to get that dry, and we'll move on to the next step. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of a splatter all over the tag. That's, you know, dipping a wet brush into the raspberry, getting some water in there, and getting a good splatter on there. Always got to love a splatter. And then again, you want to use your heat dryer, craft dryer to get that dry. And we're ready to assemble the tag. So what I'm going to do now is just take the, I'll play around with it with a little bit here, but take the 2 flowers that we cut out from the other tag that we made with the Scribble Sticks, and just place that down in, you know, an arrangement that you like. You'll see I move it around a little bit here, but once I decide the placement, I'm going to use my mixed media glue just to glue them directly onto the tag. And once the flowers are glued down, I am going to add a little bit of an accent. This is where I mentioned you needed just a scrap of something that was black and white or sort of graphic. So you could use a scrap of tissue paper, any of Dina's printed tissue papers. This is actually from one of the transparency sets, the Typography Set too. But I loved the way this looked as sort of the center of the flower, or the you know, sort of bud down at the bottom of the flower. And I'm using the mixed media glue on this, and it'll dry completely clear. So don't worry about it. It's going to look white right now, but it will dry clear. And then I'm going to add the pre-stamped little sentiment that I had from the Moments stamp set. I'm just going to attach that right onto the tag with my glue. And then the last thing I wanted to do was actually find a home for it in my large mixed media journal. You can see me flipping through some background pages that I already have done, and I'll be curious to see if you maybe would have picked a different one, but you'll see in just a moment here which page I decide to attach it to. So you'll have to tell me in the comments if you liked my choice or you would have picked a different one. But so I land on this one right here. So this is a craft paper page that's in the journal that I had already applied some paint, you know, through. I love those dotted stencils, y'all. I use them in everything. And I think that that's sage paint, if I'm not mistaken, there that that I had already put down. And you'll see I'm still like, oh, I'm not sure. And then I decide I flip it over and I'm ready to put it in the journal. So yeah, I'm just going to use my mixed media glue to attach the tag into the journal page. And I think it looks nice there. But like I said, you'll have to tell me if you would have chosen a different page out of my journal. And then the last little thing that I did decide to do was add a little bit of an accent. And so I grabbed some of the scraps left over from where we made the flowers and just cut out a little heart, right? Just kind of free-handed it and attached it right over to the side of the tag. And that is it, my friends. So I hope you'd enjoyed it. I can't wait to see if you give this a try or give any of these techniques a try. Like I said, let me know what you thought about my choice of the journal page, or if you would have put the tag on one of the other pages. And as always, really appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.